We're going to keep it rolling. We're still feeling good, right? Especially this guy named Jimmy. I'm not going to point at you, you're going to talk to me. All right, this next comic coming up to the stage, she is awesome. She actually recently just placed in the top 5 at a big Gatlinburg comedy festival with like over 100 comics. So would you please make welcome Bryn B.
And I did all that without a pedophile joke, Jason.
Where would you be if you did one?
Listen, probably on Saturday Night Live, I don't know. It's yet to be seen. It's white guys like you that keep me in business. Thanks, Jason. Hey, guys. Yeah, so I just came in a really long drive. Did you guys come a long drive? Okay. No, I don't know why I asked you. You look very well rested. I should have known you came from really close. Like Evelyn, I've lost a lot of weight, about 200 pounds, had the skin removal surgery, the whole bit. You can clap, it's fine. What's really cool though is when you do something like that, they actually let you leave and keep the crippling shame and body dysmorphia. So, yeah, I still get to wrestle with that. As your super hot host told you, Tony, my name's Bryn. It's spelled B-R-Y-N-N, which is kind of a weird name to grow up with in the 80s and 90s. Because they would read it really fast, and they'd be like, Brian, and I'd show up and be like, not a guy. And so it got pretty confusing, you know. And I was also a fat kid. It's okay, we're silent for that, okay. Anybody else fat kids, make some noise? Am I the only one? Woo! Okay, good. Okay, 3 of us. This joke is for us, okay? So I actually didn't know I was fat until I was in 6th grade. Stick with me, Jason. I'm sure you've been lean your whole life until this dad bod hit, which is recently. Yeah, I can tell. So, yes, picture it, Ohio, 6th grade. I'm from Ohio. They have these things called the presidential fitness test. Y'all have these in Tennessee?
I remember that.
Does that fucking nightmare? I apologize. Yeah, so it's this thing, if you don't know, where you have to like climb a rope and run a mile in a certain amount of time, like all the things you need to be a successful adult, you know? And so I was actually the kid that basically lied to my lesbian gym teacher and told her that, yeah, every Friday I was like, I have an irregular cycle and a heavy flow. And so we all had that lesbian gym teacher, right? Right. Yeah, bowl cut, same bowl cut as I had, which didn't lend itself to my femininity at the time. And she would just, kick back in her office and watch us change through the blinds in her office because no one said shit in the 90s, Right. So she would march us out to the gym, and the first thing they do is they do a weigh-in, right? It's boys line and girls line, and Brian should be in the boys line, but here I am in the girls line. And this is not like a quiet doctor's office weigh-in, okay? This is very, listen, we got bullied by adults in the 90s, okay? This is very loud across the room. Jason, you hear me, okay? And so they're like, Alexis, 58 pounds. Beth, 60 pounds. Brian, 120. Holy shit, coach, get over here, you gotta see this. Yeah, that's when the social studies teacher / football coach runs over to see what's going on here, right? But y'all, I have no idea because I go to a school with about 80 people. So there's a new kid over here in the boys line and I am locked in, right? His name's Evan Green. Frosted tips from the 90s, circa Justin Timberlake in sync, okay? Smoking Black and Milds behind the tree I used to hide behind when I didn't want to run the mile, right? She sees me, yeah. And so, love at first sight is what I'm trying to say, okay? And this is right before Valentine's Day. So I'm thinking, okay, I have exactly 24 hours to make him fall in love with me. So I go to homeroom and I get hit in the neck with one of those perfectly folded triangles. Do you remember those little football notes we had? Yeah. And I open it and read the words any 6th grade girl who does not know she's fat wants to read. Will you be my girlfriend? Check yes or no. I didn't have to try, okay? So I play it cool. I check yes, sail it back to him like the football player I was apparently born to be. And yeah, he gets it. So we're in love, naturally. And I'm planning the next day, like, Guess jeans, maroon. Silk shirt, Kmart Husky section. There were signs, okay? And so I go home, I scrape together some change, I get one of those big Hershey Kisses, you remember those? And I get to school early because I want to put it in his locker so he can see the spoil-clad version of my love for him. okay? And so me and my friends are at my locker, and I can see him, he and his friends are at his locker, and they're looking at me, so I open my locker, and y'all, white box, red bow. I'm like, oh shit, this is it. So I get this out, and I'm nothing if not dramatic, and I'm opening it for all my friends, and I open the lid, knowing I'm about to pull out my first piece of heart-shaped jewelry for my first husband, obviously, right? And here's what I get. I pull out this white packet, y'all, and it has in red letters across the top, Slim Fast. True fuck Evan Green, all right? Listen, it's a true story. It's fun though because I'm real sure he probably has like a really gentle cellmate. But so that's true. That's how I found out I was fat, which it will surprise you. I did not actually marry Evan Green. I know it's sad. I know. So I did get tricked into marriage, though. Anybody else get tricked in? Anybody happily married? Make some noise. I was not prepared for that. Okay. All right, Tri-Cities. So I got tricked into being married. I actually tried to leave my wedding day in my Subaru Outback, which I now realize was a pretty lesbian move of me. Still driving Outback and get hit on by lesbians. Top tier compliment, if you ask me, right? But not all of us were built to be lesbians, you know? Texture thing for me, I think. Speaking of lesbians, I'm trying to really turn these two back here. I just met Jackie and Grace, and man, I'm telling you what. If it wasn't for the texture, if I did anything half-assed, I would be going home with the two of you, okay? But not a lesbian, unfortunately, for them. So I've been with my partner like 2 decades, if you can believe it. I know, how can I be 27 and maybe not? And so I want to teach you some things, some tips tonight that you can take home free of charge. Number 1, fighting. Fighting gets so much better, you guys. Stay in it, ladies, and let me tell you why. In the beginning, I would get my feelings hurt over some silly stuff, you know? And I would want him to, I'd need him to guess what was wrong with me. Jason, your wife does this to you, I can tell. And so as a superior communicator, the women, I said nothing. And now, when I'm pissed, I'm gonna take that shit public, okay? I'm inviting my whole community, okay? I'm gonna take his ass with me to Target, and I'm going to check out line number 8, and I'm gonna make an announcement like, attention all ladies, attention all women in the store. I'd just like to call your attention to my husband, who's in checkout line number 8. And we're about to throw a parade because he unloaded the dishwasher! And he did this all while watching me carrying all the groceries in one trip because I'm not a quitter. And that's when all the women with their messy buns and their Starbucks cups come out of the aisles. They're like ready to take out all the rage. And he's looking at me like, what? I said, don't act like you don't know who you married. You tricked me, homie, you know? So fighting gets better, okay? Obviously sex changes, right? 20 years, our bodies change. My libido at 43, y'all, is fully bipolar, okay? Like one day I am sweltering and I'm like, if you try to touch me, I am gonna stab you in the throat with a rusty fork, you know? But the next day, nobody's safe, it's not predictable. The next day I feel like a 14-year-old, like, hormonal Dr. Seuss book, like, will I kiss him on a train? Will I fuck him or refrain? You know, nobody knows. Mm-hmm. So he tries to keep it spicy recently. He buys me some lingerie. Okay, we're keeping it pretty fast and loose with the term lingerie, if I'm being honest. But he does land on a very sexy website, Shein. For those of you who are not avid Shein shoppers, this is a China-made company where you can buy anything for $4, okay? So he presents me with this bag. He's so excited. And it appears to be full of leftover craft shrapnel, okay? We've got like a spool of lace, a shard of ribbon, okay, some loose buckles jangling around in there. And I realized 2 things at this point. I realized, 1, I'm gonna need a pamphlet with photographic step-by-step instructions, right? And number 2, my husband of 100 years apparently wants me to dress like an Asian sex worker, okay? No judgment, I'm dedicated. So I take that shit in the bathroom, okay? And I hear his little voice from outside going, put on the white one. And I was like, okay. So I pull out this fishnet number, and I begin to try to pour in my size 9 shoes, solid 165 lbs into this, okay? And I get it to about here, all right? And I am sweating. I am out of breath. I am fighting for my life, okay, in this bathroom. And I hear him say behind me, "No, this one's really special because it lets me see you. And I know sometimes you get a little self-conscious and want to have sex in the dark." Guilty, okay? We're all guilty sometimes. And I'm like, what is he talking about? Let's me see him, okay? And what I know is behind this door, my thigh looks like an overcooked Christmas ham. With like those white cooking strings just fucking tight as logo. You know when you like bang the thing of cinnamon rolls on the counter just right and it's similar, okay? A little less brown dots, okay? And so I'm realizing no fabric has ever worked harder than this fishnet, but I am doing it, okay? I am threatening amputation from the thigh down. And so he says, "Now, this one lets me see you because it glows in the dark." Y'all, I am unwell, okay? I'm 43, and this man wants me to put my cellulite on full display like a fucking Cirque du Soleil black light situation, right? Glow in the But what do we do as women?
We put the thing on.
I fucking threw that bathroom door open with one of the legs flailing to the side behind me, and I strutted out. And so what I want to just encourage you all is you can still keep it spicy. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to download that Shein app. Jason, I do not believe you're going to do that, so pass that phone right up here. Let me help you out, okay? Let's stick with... Bitch, you thought I was kidding. Get your cell phone out. Get your cell phone out, Jason. He thinks I'm... What? Boy, I was a teacher. I will wait. I can handle a phone. This is not my first rodeo. Thank you for standing up. Look, I appreciate this guy. He's actually doing something. So what we're gonna do here on his little phone is we're gonna download the Shein app. Take notes if you need it. You don't even have a wife yet, so you're gonna need this in the future. Right? Take notes. Download that Shein app. You're gonna find her something spicy, okay? This looks good. She's gonna appreciate this one, Jason. And then you're going to want to add it to cart, but listen, size up because this stuff is made by tiny China women who still practice foot binding, okay? You're going to want to cut out the tag so she doesn't cry, all right? Ladies, it's not our fault, okay? And you know what? Fuck it. It's only $4. Get a black light. Add to cart. Add to cart, okay? Y'all keep it going for your host, Tony. You've been so fun. I hope you had a good time. I'm Bryn B. Now follow me on social media at Bryn B, or I will follow you.